Hey y'all. Hey village, how are you guys doing today? This is Happy Saturday. We're doing the weekly wrap up and I am so happy to be here. Excuse my flyaways, trying to invade my live stream. How are you guys doing? Hey Facebook, hey YouTube, and hey Periscope. That's right. We are all over the internet today, and I can't wait to get into the weekly wrap up. It has been a week. Everything happened this week. Everything came flying out of the closet. Everything just happened. And I just, I'm really amazed. I don't want to say I'm shocked, but I'm really amazed. I'm just like, I can't even right now. I can't even with all the trickery and the buffoonery and the receipts coming out. I am telling you, it has been a week, and I can't wait to talk to you guys and see what you guys think about some stuff. I have got an article pulled up right now about Tamar Braxton and her ex. So I'm going to wait till y'all get in here so we can talk about that because I got some receipts. Everybody that said, oh no, David is sweet, David is nice, David is kind, David is loving, David is a shyster. Okay. I dropped a little bit of the tea yesterday, but yeah, I have been on my grind. Saturdays, I have a little bit, more time, like my Saturdays and Sundays. So I had a little bit of time to check some things out. And I'm like, okay, all right. So now we get into the good stuff. And I hope that I can do a screen share. I'm broadcasting from StreamYard.com right now. And I'm hoping that the stream works to where I can share um, the court documents. I do have them, but they're not on any video. They're just in my computer. So I'm hoping that I get the opportunity to share that, or I'll at least read them if you can't see them. But I just didn't want to make a video. I usually try to go live on the weekends because that way we can talk, face to face. You guys can ask me questions and all that. Hey, Terry. How are you? Look, I said, hey, Terry, and my phone thought I said Siri. No phone. I don't need you right now, but thanks. So funny. That was funny. Anyway, weekly wrap up on the weekend. So it'll either be Saturday or Sunday. Now, let me apologize. First and foremost, I did not get to do a Flashback Friday yesterday because I was doing research on two or three stories. And okay, the pastor that shot his wife, I found out some stuff this morning. Let me just let y'all know right now. I have the best victory village on the planet. My subscribers, if you don't know, they are lovingly called the Victory Village because we got what? The victory. And y'all came through for me. This morning, my text messages confirmed that old boy that shot his wife. I mean, when I say shot, I don't mean, you know what I'm saying? Like she's gone, she's deceased, she's no longer with us because after she hit the ground, he fired two more shots and then kindly turned around. He made sure that she was deceased, first of all. He kindly turned around, got in his car, and went back home. Okay? The police go to his house to arrest him. And guess what? He didn't put up a fight. He didn't pitch a fit. He was just sitting there waiting on the cops to come. Now, everybody that is in Florida, that if you are of African descent, if the motherland is where you came from, and associated, y'all go to that church. That's like he's a mega pastor, right? Here's the thing though, everybody keeps saying, we didn't see anything crazy. His brother-in-law and the brother-in-law's wife were like, yeah, we knew you were crazy. It happened a few months ago. So let me see what happened. because y'all know I keep some receipts. So the subscriber sent to me and said he had some type of awakening. This is the guy. Let me scroll back because this was the guy. She said this was on my Google. The Ghanaian pastor Sylvester lost his faith in God after associating himself with Carlton Pearson, and that came from one of his friends, possibly at the church. So they gave the GhanaianWeb.com an interview, and it was said that Carlton Pearson came in contact with this guy. I guess they were friends or whatever. And I said, okay, let me ask you a question. Pastor Pearson, does he not believe in God anymore? And she said in the article, he had some type of awakening, talking about Pastor Pearson. He's still a pastor, he's still preaching. He just claims that some stuff in the Bible have been doctored. Anyway, the article says he had some type of awakening, and there's no hell. You know, he grew up Pentecostal. Then one day he snapped and had this mind change, so to speak. It was several writings about this. They even asked his daughter about it. She was on a singing competition and she seemed to be very disappointed. Okay, he grew up under Catherine Coleman Ministry, which is a Pentecostal ministry, and she, warned him about this. Okay, he teaches this doctrine now that there's no hell and all of this buffoonery. And sorry, let me put my phone on silent. Some big name pastors tried to do an intervention with Carlton, and to no avail. He would not shake it because he had this dream. And I don't know if the devil or somebody or something gave him the vision that the God that we serve wouldn't do that to you. Anyway, she said, do some research on it. You'll find more like this on the internet. So I did. He gave some type of explanation as to some things in the Bible that aren't to be taken literally. That's what it was, or something to that effect. So we're not supposed to take the Bible literally when it talks about, heaven and hell. Uh-huh. Now, seeing as how crazy all of that just sounded, you can just imagine, okay, this Ghanaian preacher, listening to this guy and soaking up all of the information. After they had their conversation, after they were in contact with each other, there was a big brawl. So if you go back to the video that I did about the pastor attacking his wife, there is a link that I put in the description box of that, and that is the fight. So the fight is listed in the description box, and always make sure you look in the description box because I've always got some surprises in there. I plan on doing my membership real soon to where I can just, give that juicy, detailed information to, my members, whatever. So, but in the meantime, I always put that stuff in the description box, and it is a video of the fight. Literally, you will see the brother-in-law holding the pastor down, and he gave him a couple of punches before her sister was like, don't kill him, get off of him. And it was just like a big, a real, fight. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh, so you would jump on your wife, but you won't defend yourself against, a man, which is exactly what it was, because he had been jumping on his wife, but they would put on airs like in front of the church. So when they go to church, nobody knew. Everybody in the church that the media talked to was like, they were loving, they were kind, they were sincere. And, he just loved his wife so much. And we just didn't understand where this came from. Behind the scenes, what was really going on is months and months of torture for this woman, because the more the Ghanaian pastor, talked to Pearson and talked to, other ministers that follow this Pearson guy, he was just convinced he was married to a witch. And that's what it boiled down to. I'm married to a witch and I have to kill her. Now, the thing that struck me funny was that in the article I read about this guy, like, months before, everybody was giving him praise. He had the power and the ability to crush the underworld, meaning witches and warlocks and all that kind of stuff. So if that's the case, comma, why you gotta kill your wife? Why would you do what? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the truth always comes out, don't it? So I guess he didn't have power over his wife or his wife's witchcraft or whatever you want to call it. Even the people that she worked with, you guys were like, she's such a sweet lady. And he had put this thing on Instagram. He made a post on Instagram that the people that are so nice and so kind and so loving, have a totally different, side, and it's just as strong. And I'm like, is that the witchcraft you're talking about? Because that's not witchcraft. If you piss somebody off, they will definitely lash back out at you. That's not witchcraft. That's human nature. But whatever. I don't know what this guy was talking about, but whatever she did, I can guarantee you that taking a gun to her job when you knew she was, going to work and murdering her, excuse me, I'm too old to have hiccups, but murdering her, now, you're in jail for life, and or you possibly could face the death penalty. I mean, he didn't put up a fight at all. It was like, yeah, I did it. Yeah, she's gone. She's dead. And whatever. Anyway, listen, y'all. There were so many things. Yesterday, also, I posted a story late last night about a 25-year-old mother that crashed her car. It was a fatal crash. Her and her passenger passed away on the scene, on the spot. And the other members of the other car, they were okay. They were okay. They're alive, but they did have, damage to their person. So that was really strange because she had been warned by the police and family and friends about drinking and driving. I am under the impression via the media that she was probably intoxicated, if not with alcohol, with something. So it just kind of, because she had a court date coming up for a DUI. So this was like an ongoing thing. And I don't know. I don't know why she did this. I don't know what happened. But it's crazy. So keep those families in your prayers. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. I appreciate it. And I want to thank all the members from Facebook, YouTube, Periscope for being here. And I know I'm early, but I got some things to do. My precious little granddaughter wants a Barbie camper, so I got to make sure that happens. She's got the dream house, but she needs the camper, she says. So I got to make sure that happens. So I was like, yeah, let me do this really quick. And then for those of you who know me personally, I'm a caregiver for my Uncle Luke, and I think he went outside to sit on the porch. Sometimes it's Saturday, so he likes to watch his sports. So I have stuff going on in the background now. A lot of you, I have got, let me just say this. Let me count the messages right now as I'm live, because I know a lot of people don't get my notifications for some reason. There are a lot of people still right now, as we speak, commenting on every post I have about Tim Norman. Okay. Barbara Johnson says the baby is absolutely adorable and she's praying for the child and his mom. I get negative comments all the time, and shout out to my admins because y'all do it. Y'all make it happen. Pericola Bella, shout out to you, girl. You are thebomb.com. She's always here for me. There is an article in my community tab, about this little show let me see. Let me click on this and see. I don't know the name of the show straight off the bat, but let me just go to my let me take you guys with me. I'm talking, but you guys can't see what I'm talking about. So let me just take you guys with me. Let me go to my YouTube. This is my community tab. Um, Cuties. The Cuties movie spawns trending hashtag cancel Netflix. The movie previously caught backlash for a poster that people said sexualized 11-year-olds. I was under the impression that this right here was filmed in France because they kept going back to, the French and all that. So I put a very huge article in here about hashtag cancel Netflix. I have made the comment that down below. I had made a comment under somebody else's stuff. I don't approve of this, but there's nothing I can do. I am just a woman, just like you are. I'm just human. I can't stop anybody from producing a movie, but I don't have to support it. Cara Colabella said people need to stop and get over themselves. It's a movie for crying sake. She's from the island. So has anyone ever heard of acting? Also, this is happening for real in real life. Just go over to TikTok. I guess Fox cannot find any breaking news, so they resort to this. I'm so sick and tired of it, and I'm not canceling my Netflix account, but I sure will watch the movie. So I replied to Cara Colabella, me either. I was watching Netflix last night. If you don't like something, you just don't watch it. Shar Time, which is a supporter. She's a subscriber. Thank you, Shar. She said, Twanna Yvette Speaks, you are a minister or an evangelist, right? I am a minister. You concur with the statement. In part, please explain. And I did. Because, yes, don't watch it, but calling it acting is ushering in demonic spirits. I did not agree with that. I would never allow my daughter at 11 years old to do anything like that. But I do believe that people have freedom of choice. And, let people live their lives. If you want to watch trash, watch trash. I've seen people look at porn in the middle of a sermon at church. They have their phones in their hands, and instead of, they're amening, and at the same time, they're participating in porn on the phone. If that's what you want to do, then fine. No, Shar Time. I did not co-sign mess, but I do believe that everybody has the right to watch what they want to watch. I will not be participating. Shar said, you said a mouthful when you said, don't stress over things you cannot control. Pray for me. I'm hurting and feel as though God has shut me out. I'm in tears right now. Please pray. I'm stressed in my job and my neighbors. Thank you. Shar, if you see this, listen, contact me anytime. My email is in my about section. I am always available 24/7. Ministry is my world, is what I do. And it's a part of the reason why I like this job right here, because I meet so many different people. When I was younger, I had this thing where I was going to be a model and I was going to be a singer. And I did participate in pageants and I have sang a lot of places, but I never thought I'd be using my voice to commentate. But there are so many issues in the world that need attention. They need a light shining on it so people can, pay more attention. And I am really honored to be a part of this movement. So when things happen in the world, I don't have to ignore it, or I don't have to pray for it in silence. I can bring attention to it so that everybody can talk about it. And that's what this platform is about. It's, everybody speaks. It's not just Twanna Yvette Speaks, but you guys speak too. So Shar, please know that I appreciate you. I see your name on so many posts, and you're there, like you're a true supporter. So I appreciate you. I appreciate Cara Colabella and everybody that's in here, Terry Collins and everybody. I appreciate you guys. It just warms my heart that you guys are actually paying attention. Listen, I had so much stuff going on this channel, and I have 4 channels in total, and I was just like, okay, listen, the thing is with me, is that I don't want to just be doing frivolous stuff. 25 years in cosmetology. And yeah, I thought about doing a beauty channel because so many people were like, I love your makeup and I want to know how you do this and how you put on eyelashes and blah, blah, blah. I did it for a minute. I like it. But the truth of the matter is, I may not ever start up my beauty channel. I have it made, but I may not because this just pulls me in. Like every time I see a story and I think that, this is important, people need to know about this. It helps people with their lives, if you will, to know that there are other people out there that may be going through the same thing you're going through. And then also, I've noticed that, take me in my 20s. I was a parent in my 20s, right? But I didn't know how to talk to my daughter about certain things. These articles help. Just like the 25-year-old mother that crashed her car, she was already going to court for a DUI. When the autopsy comes back, I guarantee you they will find things in her system that wasn't supposed to be there, especially when you're operating a car. That this is going to help somebody explain this, to their kids. This is why you don't do that. You can nip stuff in the bud before it even becomes a problem. So I really appreciate all of you guys. Queen Sonia says, me personally, I think it's not good. My opinion, I agree. I've never liked anything where little girls are popping and shaking their bodies, different strokes for different folks. And if the parents like it, then that's on them. There's a show. I don't know if it's on Fox or Lifetime. The little African American girls that they have a dance team and they do dance competitions and stuff. The husband that I call him, the husband, love him dearly. By the way, hi husband, if you're watching, he watches my channel sometimes. So hey husband. Anyway, he used to like watching that show. Um, I didn't enjoy it. I used to watch Dance Moms, which would come on before that show. For some reason, I can't think of the name of it right now, but I can see it in my head. They had very alluring outfits. It went far beyond being a majorette, if you will. And I just didn't agree with it, so I wouldn't watch it. I know that there's nothing I can do, to stop it. People signed petitions all over the place to stop this show when they first saw it, and it's just going on season after season after season. And I feel like these little girls are just way too young to be dancing like this. It's like they're in training to be strippers. That's what it looks like to me, but whatever. It's just That's just my opinion. Lily said it's so crazy because people are so quiet to ride the wave. I think she meant so fast to ride the wave, of others before checking the movie out for themselves. It's your typical coming of age story. I do, however, agree it could have been marketed better. Um, Sean Graham said exactly. And I said again, exactly. If you don't like something, just don't watch it. And Shar Shar said the exploitation. I seen a snippet and said, "Oh my God, bye. This is a highlight movie in glory of their God, not the one true God." So I am not in support of this. I know a lot of people, you may have taken that out of context or whatever, but I'm sorry. I'm not in support of it. That's why I don't watch it. But I know there's nothing I can do. I can't do anything about what these people produce. But will I support it? Absolutely not. So let's head on over to um, the ybf.com. I'm gonna start with the backstory of Tamar real quick because it is too much to start, where we are. I need to start, a little further back. So this article, if I can get the article to pull up, for Christ's sake. Tamar Braxton's ex-boyfriend David Adefeso claims Tamar punched him while he drove. We're pretty much over, but the love never goes away. Do I believe him? No. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to duplicate this page to see if I can get it to pull up better. In ET, they also have the story. Now, this one right here, while the other one is pulling up, it says Tamar Braxton's ex, David Adefeso, addresses his restraining order against her and their breakup. So, in this article right here, David Adefeso is addressing his split from Tamar Braxton and his request for a restraining order. Adefeso took to Instagram Live on Wednesday to share his side of the story regarding their breakup. And this may have the link to that video. Adefeso began by addressing the issue of mental health in America. I'm not going to read to you what it says because that's irrelevant at this point in time. Last month, in an emotional Instagram post, Braxton credited Adefeso for saving her life after he found her unresponsive in their home, and called emergency services back in July. So the reason the previous paragraph wasn't, important to me, because after you save Tamar's life, you put her business out in the street, which is the part the family had a problem with. The Braxton family value star was rushed to the hospital on July 16th after, according to multiple reports, she was found unresponsive by Adefeso at a Ritz-Carlton residence in downtown Los Angeles where they were staying. She was then transferred to a hospital facility in Los Angeles to receive more specialized mental health treatment from top specialist. Earlier this week, which would have been last week, in nearly 2 months since she had first been hospitalized, Adefeso filed a domestic violence restraining order against Braxton. Adefeso later confirmed on Instagram Live that their relationship was over, but said that after 2 years together, he can't forget the love. He said, and I quote, "I love Tamar with my entire heart. I loved her from day one. I loved her with everything I had, and I stood by her through thick and thin." Again, he said, "I will continue to stand by Tamar no matter what." Well, I'm going to stop reading right there because, hey, Carolyn, I'm going to stop reading right there because I got something else I want to show y'all. And I'm going to pull this up because I'm going to pull this up for a second because I want to make sure that you guys can see what I'm looking at. So I'm just going to pull my screen up really quick. Listen, hey, new viewers coming in, thanks. Hit that thumbs up when you come in. If you are on YouTube, I appreciate you guys being here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. I just need to make sure that you guys can see what I see. So I'm pulling this up and I can see what you guys are talking about. So, all right, let me go to the video that I have. Now, this video that I've got going on right here, and like I said, okay, you guys will be able to see it. Okay. This video, and I got to learn how to work this thing. How do I stop? Okay, I see. Now, this video that I have, it's put on slides, and they are text messages of Vincent Herbert and Adefeso having a conversation. This is my opinion. Adefeso is actually trying to put out a fire. He thought that he could, in my opinion, he thought that he could get to Vincent Herbert before Tamar's family and before the media. I'm going to try to read it. It is a bit blurry, but I am going to try to read it as best I can. Hey, Vince, I'm currently spending time with my mom on the spiritual journey. She and my pastor brother-in-law and I have been on the past few months. I decided yesterday, and as I'm sure you can relate to, I need to heal. And the only way I know how to do that is using the Spirit and the Word of God. All right, I'm going to stop right there because I got a problem with that. You were just fine on the show telling Tamar Thursday night that you could not stop fornicating, that her counselor, the person that they sent in to help Tamar heal, you just were not going to not fornicate for 45 days. So I have a problem with David Adefeso saying that that's not love, that you want to derail her healing process by not following instructions. I kind of sort of feel like he started mess so that he could get with somebody else. He's already been in the limelight. The show is already going to air with him in it. He's pitching a fit right now, ladies and gentlemen, because pull me out of the scenes. I don't want to be seen on the show. Do I believe him? Absolutely not. But let's continue. As I described yesterday, and I'm sure you can relate to, I need to heal, and the only way I can do so is by using the Spirit and the Word of God. I therefore don't think it's a good idea, unless an emergency or an urgent crisis, or situation, for us to be in contact for a while until I am able to heal. It is an emergent. If it's an emergency, however, please text and let me know what it is. Okay, and my slide is going to go up a little bit. I would be happy to reach out. And he goes on with this text message. Is this not the craziest thing you've ever? As I mentioned yesterday, Tamar also needs to heal. As you and Tony have previously told me, it is imperative that she be in an inpatient, is what he's going to say. Let's see if I can go a little bit further. Okay, yeah, in an inpatient. And then I'm going to move the text message up a little bit. Okay, this one is a little bit lighter, but it's imperative that she be checked into an inpatient medical facility where she can get the necessary care she needs, so she can also heal. It's important that she not be left alone by herself. I must tell you that my respect for you over the past 2 years has grown tremendously, primarily due to the way I have seen Logan evolve as a kind, smart, creative genius. And knowing that, in addition to Tamar, you have played a huge role in that. It would have been my greatest honor and pleasure to be a part of that. He wants to get an opportunity to continue and try to do that. I know if any emergency or crisis are imminent that need my immediate attention. Otherwise, I would like to try to heal my wounds and focus on my God. I'm sure you understand. I'm packing the rest of Tamar's things and it should have them ready by Thursday evening. Can you let me see? I don't want to go too far. Okay, let me stop right there. I'm packing the rest of Tamar's things and should have them ready by Thursday evening. Can you let me know where to ship them to? I know there are quite a few things in there that she needs. God bless you, my brother. Please continue to stay strong. And please don't hesitate to let me know if there's any emergency. All right, so after this, there's more. And I'm going to push this slide up a little bit so we can get to the next portion. All right, I'm going to stop it right here. Thank you, David. This is Vince, the one and only Vincent Herbert, to the rescue. Thank you, David. I only called you and texted you today as a courtesy call because you told me that you would provide a time to pick up all of Tamar and Logan's belongings. I didn't hear from you, so I can arrange my schedule. And then, y'all know when Black folks say your name several times, they mean business. Vince said, David, comma, I was only trying to keep the peace because Tamar has been saying she has been trying to retrieve her belongings. All right. As it is now safe to say she's moved on from this vile and abusive relationship, and hearing the tape from the other day. Did he bring out some receipts? Wait a minute. It is safe to say she's moved on from this vile, abusive relationship, and hearing the tape from the other day. I don't blame her. What? Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Let me push on from this slide and try to get to the other slide, you guys. All right, right here, Tamar is getting help. As you know, she has been in deep therapy from Dr. V, who treats and cares for people like Tamar. I'm going to go ahead to the other slide. All right. Treats and cares for people like Tamar at the time. She expressed to me that she doesn't feel like Tamar needs to be institutionalized. But thank you for your concern. I've also talked to Tony, and she said she hasn't spoken to you. since the incident that happened at your home and Tamar was released from the hospital. Bloop. But we will take care of Tamar and Logan since the responsibilities were too much for you. Oh, snap. Don't you just love public records? Vince said, please know that after the stunt you pulled on Saturday, you seeing my son is absolutely out of the question. You used a 7-year-old boy and his emotions for your own publicity stunt. Never again will you be alone with him for any reason. You used Tamar's love and trust for you and manipulated time with Logan to use for your, and let me pull this slide up. Um, what did he say? Logan to use for time for your propaganda. And then he said, manipulated time with Logan. Okay, for your Instagram as well and likes. So basically, he's saying, you know what? You use my son, on Instagram to get likes and draw attention to into your Instagram at a festival. So Herbert goes on to say, I don't know if you were aware that you can't post someone's minor child without parents' permission. I guess Vince is saying, look, I didn't give you not a nan permission to post my boy. Okay, let me know what time on Thursday to pick up everything that belongs to Tamar and Logan. Woo! I don't mind having the police escort to make sure everything is cleared out. Also, he said up here in this slide at the top, after hearing you threaten Tamar's life, I believe the last thing I would do is give you an address for you to find her. I don't mind having the police escort to make sure everything is cleared out. The way you packed her things the last time was disrespectful, and it looked like a bunch of trash. She nor Logan deserves that. We are not friends, and we will never be after hearing. I think he meant you'll never be hearing from us again. We are not friends and will never be after hearing how you, where is it at? The next slide. After you treated them. We are not friends and never will be after hearing how you treated Tamar on Sunday. All right, this is the new clip. My conversation with you yesterday was respectful and honest, and you never mentioned what you said to her, how you threatened her, then called the police on her as if it wasn't you on the tape that I heard threatening to kill Logan's mother. David, comma, at first, I was a cheerleader for the two of you. I'm disappointed and disgusted for a man to talk to any female the way you talk to someone you claim you loved. I know that's what he said next, because, yeah. And I want to say this may be it. After I make sure that Tamar and Logan's belongings are cleared out of your home, there is no need for you to contact. So don't contact me, nor for you to ever contact Logan. I trust that you will have her watch that's in your car, various boxes in Logan's room, and everything else packed neatly so we can have this done privately and quickly. You let me know if you have any questions or issues. But for now, we have nothing else to discuss. Well, there you go. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Again, don't you just love public record? I do. I love the way the system is set up to where we can get all the information we need to. Now, um, I had said on the show yesterday that I saw crazy all up and through Adifesto. I just, he's a very disturbing man to me. And I say that not with disrespect, but you have to be very mindful of people who are real slick. He really, really watches everything he says. He thinks about what he's going to say before he says it. Um, I get, and in a way, that's a good thing, but mm-mm, mm-mm. When you're just having a conversation with somebody, you know, come on. So let me see. Can you guys see where I'm at? Let me share my screen again so you guys can see. I am on my channel, and the car crash, the pastor does the unthinkable, Tamar, get your life. Now, this video right here, um, the comments is what I want to get to. And I'm going to explain why I said what I said. Give some shout outs to some people. Mrs. Newton's Big Family McDoy said she sure enough does not have to share all of her stuff. I pray things get better for her. So do I. Waffles Mom for Life says, watching the show, I got absolutely no hints that David was abusive to Tamar in any way. In fact, he almost came off as a non secreter to the episode. LOL. As it stands right now, I believe his side of the story as to what happened in the car, and I would need to see way more than that bruise she showed to convince me that this man is an abuser. Well, Waffles Mom, um, I am live right now and just showed the receipts. Isn't it shame? Shaking my head. And it is, in fact, a shame. Sincerely, A. Lucy says, Tamar, and gives me a bunch of hearts. Una says, yes, honey, LOL. If you guys are avid YouTube watchers, you should definitely go to the comments and check out Sincerely A. Lucy and Una Loca. They have some amazing channels. And Bernard says, I'm glad the Lord saved your life from suicide. You are greatly loved by the Lord. Your life is not over. I totally agree. She is loved, and she needs to feel that love. That's a big part of, things that are wrong sometimes, is that people just don't feel love. Nikki, what's up, boo? How are you doing? Hey, girl. Hey, y'all. My producer and assistant is in the room. Simply Nicole, girl. What is up? I'm in here sharing receipts and whatnot. You know how I do. Listen, if you guys want to jump in, if you want something to say, join me on the panel. Let's just drop this right here. I can't stand these little things that get in the house when you open the door. Are you? Girl, I am proud of you. My next video, you guys, is going to be sponsored by this young lady, Simply Nicole, and I have a thank you. My god sister, she cut it for me last night. She came over here. She spent the whole day with me. Her and my daughter, were right here, and my granddaughter, Bree went to pick up my granddaughter when she got out of school and came back, and they were here with me yesterday because some of y'all know, some of you don't. I suffer from fibromyalgia, and I was having a horrible day yesterday. So I was working from bed. So everybody came over here yesterday to make sure I was okay. She came over here after lunch, and when I tell you, she spent all day over here, and we just had a ball. They helped me take care of Uncle Luke, and we just had fun. So I got my hair cut yesterday. I just, I, y'all, it's something about a good bob. I'm telling you, I love me a good bob. I don't want hair that I can sit on. My mom wouldn't let me get a haircut when I was younger. So I don't need hair all down my back. I just like a good old bob. You know what I'm saying? Just, yes. I don't think I want my hair to grow uh past my shoulders anymore. I think I'm not saying that like I won't get a haircut or whatever, like ever, but I will, get it trimmed or whatever. But after my hair fell out last year, after my kidney failure, I was like, okay, God, let me just shave it off and start all over. I'm not getting my hair cut anymore. So I'm going back to my bob life. Y'all will see bobs all day, every day on my hair. I hope y'all don't get tired of the bob. Straight bob, curly bob, wavy bob, crimped bob. But anyway, those are the receipts on the Tamar thing. And after seeing, all of the clips, all of the text messages, there are more text messages. I don't know if I'm going to share them or not because it was sort of a private conversation, and I don't know how to say this. It looked sketchy, if you will. I have to look at them again. But I have, when I was sharing my screen with you guys, let me go back to my files. This is my file case. My file cabinet is on my computer. And so I have Tamar 1 and Tamar 2, and then I have some files on the minister that murdered his wife. Let me show you guys this. This is the text message that he had on Instagram, the preacher that murdered his wife. Before he decided to find her at work and shoot her, this is what his Instagram said. One thing people got to understand about extremely kind, nice, loving people is that their other side is just as extreme. And so after posting that, he decided to get up and murder his wife. This is them on a poster. And I think I found this, like you can see this if you like go to their website. They have a beautiful website, beautiful church. This is her, this is him, Sylvester and First Lady Barbara Ofori. And that's the address to the church, 44 Coburn Avenue, Orlando, Florida, 32805. Now, this is so crazy because some of the articles said something to the effect of this just happening over the weekend. Some of the articles are saying this just happened, last week. Their fighting and feuding has been going on for months. And that's why in the video, you see the fight. And the husband is saying, her brother-in-law is saying, are you getting this on film? And his wife is saying, yeah, I got it. So the brother-in-law's wife, which is the wife's sister, is filming everything that's happening. And then they posted it on YouTube for everybody to see. So that link that I have is them fighting. So I'm going to see if I can share that with you guys and do some commentary on it, because then you'll further understand. Because I know, different people, post different things. And that's why I try to get as much as I can. I have Tamar filing for a restraining order. And I think in the first one down here, is where those text messages are from. So I do a lot of digging and stuff. Hey, Gemini Love 1981. Did you ever get your package? Gemini, I sent you something from my personal library, and I want to know if you got it because I haven't been able to talk to you. I sent you an email. I sent you an email, but I didn't see you reply, and I'm like, did she? Where, girl, did you get your stuff? Or do I need to file a lawsuit against UPS? What's up? Y'all say hi to Gemini. We got some of the old gang in here. Gemini Love 1981, Simply Nicole's in the house. We got Carolyn Faye. She is from Periscope, but she often comes to YouTube. She is baby of the family on Periscope, if you guys have Periscope. And Terry Collins, which is here on YouTube. Yes! I just gave you a shout out, Waffles Mom. I just gave you a shout. You missed it, but you can watch back. Girl, you missed it. I was able to get court records, but you can watch it back, of the conversation that David Adefesto had with Vincent Herbert. Be proud of me, y'all. I'm working for y'all. Gemini, I'm so glad. I get paranoid when I send things in the post office or something, especially like if it's I Gemini loves makeup like me, and so I sent her a book um out of my personal stuff. Oh my goodness. You Waffles mom, do you see how I be loving on y'all? I love my audience. I love my subscribers. That's why y'all are lovingly known as the Victory Village, because I have to pull out all the stops with y'all. Thank you. Let me give y'all a look. Gemini, look, I got a haircut. Girl, are you liking that bob, girl? I just told Nikki, I think I'm living the bob life. Like, I ain't got time for that hair all down my back. I think I'm living the bob life, honey. I'm living the bob. As long as I got a good bob and a good pair of eyelashes, I'm straight. But yeah, Waffles Mom, I just gave you a shout out and just a few minutes ago. So wherever the timestamp is right now, you can back it up just a little bit to see the text messages that were submitted to court. They were submitted as evidence. I think it was what is it? I don't know, evidence D or however they say it, whatever. Anyway, long story short, it's there and there are slides. So I kind of scroll up and down. It's probably annoying, but it was the only way, because I'm live and I couldn't turn it into a video. Thank you, Carolyn. Girl, I just love it. I told the Lord, I said, if you let my hair grow back, I will not get another haircut. Not a trim, a cut. So I'm living that bob life. I'm just glad to have some hair on my head. I ain't even gonna lie. After you've been bald, like completely, it's a blessing. Just give me some hair. Now, this does not mean that I am abandoning my lace front wigs, because y'all know I'll put a lace front on in a hot minute, but they will not be those long. You know what I'm saying? But I do have like a blonde, but I want to see how my daughter looks in it, because I may just give it to her. Long wigs, just they annoy me as well. I don't know. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about hair. That's for a whole nother show. Um, but I did, however, I read the ybf.com, and it had some, stuff that we've already talked about in it. They went back to, recount what happened when Tamar tried to commit suicide, and it just was awful. But now, after hearing what Vince actually had to say, and knowing that Vince went to her rescue, it wasn't just about Logan. Thank you. I love y'all too. But it wasn't just about Logan. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself. I don't want to be like Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams had told everybody, I confirmed it with Tamar. They're still together. Come to find out they're not. Adefesto has kicked rocks, and Vince, as you just saw, has told Adefesto wherever he's kicking his rocks, he can stay there. Don't ever contact his family again. The Bob life is doing you right. Thank you, boo. I'm proud of Vince, y'all. I'm proud of Vincent Herbert, or as Tamar calls him, Vincent the Herbert. I feel like they might find their way back together. I don't know of an ex-husband, or as I lovingly call them, husbands, that just run to their ex-wives' rescue. I don't. I know that Tamar has Logan and has Miracle, the puppy, the dog, because Vince is always busy. He never gave up his career. But to stop everything and, be there. I don't know if Tamar called him. I don't know if, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all, I'm just bubbly on the inside because I want Tamar and Vince to get back together. Did y'all hear what she said on the show? She said, I lost my career. I lost, everything that was important to me. And then she slid in there. I lost my husband. And I was like, whoop. I feel like David probably heard that and got all in his feelings, especially since he was trying to be Vincent's friend. Because, Tamar posted that little picture on her Instagram with Vincent and, David, chilling together or whatever. I just feel like when I looked at that picture, I was like, David is really soaking this limelight up. But I also was looking at Vince, and there's a smile that Vincent used to give Tamar on the show. Y'all remember Braxton Family Values? Y'all remember that smile that was really, I'm irritated, but I'm going to suck it up for you. That was that smile on that picture. Waffle's mom says, I'm sorry, but I believe the family has bonded together to protect Tamar again. I think so. And when I say protection, I'm talking about her mental stability and the fact that she has made a few mistakes that are huge this time in the way of, and let me just be clear when I say this, in the way of her career. I don't think she should have severed ties with WeTV. And the only reason I say that is because it's not her only income, but it's a chunk of it. I know she's not broke, and I know her family's going to be there for her. And now we've all just seen Vincent isn't going anywhere. He's going to be there, but I don't believe it's just because she's the mother of his child either. I feel like Vincent the Herbert wants his wife back. That's all I'm saying. That's just how I feel. Maybe it's because I root for them, like I want them to be together. He had his girlfriend and, she had, her whatever David was. But I'm just saying. After the documentary is over, we're going to see where everybody stands. They can't really say anything right now, so we don't really know what's going on. We are living in the time of the documentary, which is pre-recorded. It's not live. It's already been shot. That footage has already been. So, and I just still feel like David was fake and talking about, well, I want my parts pulled out. He sounded like that woman on The Help. You could pull my parts out altogether. Ain't nobody fixing to go through that. Ain't nobody fixing to go through none of that, David Adefeso. Ain't nobody pulling your parts out. You were there. You got the limelight. Okay. Businessman, financial businessman. You are now known all over. And because of those voice clips of you threatening Tamar, we got no love for you. You just don't. Yeah, and what I hate when men do that. In one hand, oh girl, I love you, I got you, but you don't want to get married, but you're okay with fornicating, and then you're gonna threaten to kill me and use a tired line like, well, if I can't have you, nobody will. Are you kidding me? How old is this dude? What? Boy, bye. Nope, I am still believing David Tamar continuously have gotten away with this because they keep protecting her. I don't think so. I feel like, because she looked grown to me on the show. Thursday night, Tamar has never looked like that to me. 42, 43 years old. She looked grown. She didn't look like, do wop, 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 wop. She looked grown, and she's going through some grown. And that's what I was saying when I first started covering this story. And so many people disagreed with me, but I'm standing firm. There is a time in your life when you have to face whatever demons are in your life. And at 43 years old, and it's not just about me, but it's about my kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, does that make sense? You have people, loved ones, that are attached to you. So whatever you go through, they can feel it. Logan can feel it. Her sisters are going to be able to feel it. Her and Vincent were together for 9 or 10 years. He can feel it. I know when something's not right. And I feel like she just jumped the gun. I'm going through a divorce, but all of a sudden I got a boyfriend. My divorce ain't final, but it's too fast. It's too much. It's too much. Waffle's mom says they're using David as a scapegoat, just like they did with Vince. I think that it's a totally different situation. Because like Tamar said, dealing with Vincent Herbert is totally different. And I would believe you, except for Waffle's mom. That doggone voice clip. When I tell y'all, look it up. Just Google it, because it's everywhere by now. It is not the voice clip when Adafesto was getting her help at the suicide. This is a clip of in the car. Now, the little bruise could have been a lot worse. But you can Google the voice clip. The voice clip is clear. If I kill you, I'm going to kill me and we're going to die together. But we're going to be together. I'm paraphrasing. Who does that? This is not a Romeo Juliet type of thing. You're going to kill Logan's mom and then kill yourself? You're going to kill yourself so you won't go to jail. I don't, Waffle's mom. I don't. I just don't. And I guess it's because I've been in a situation like that before, but it was in my 20s. I've been in that situation with a knife, and this man is like, I'm gonna kill both of us, gonna die today, and stupid stuff like that. And we get involved with men because they're smooth talkers, nickel slick conversation all day, every day. And you make me believe everything. And then when we get in the relationship real deep, you know what I'm saying? Why can't I choose to gracefully exit the relationship? It's not working for me. I don't need to, I have other things that I want to do. I want to go to college. I want a career. I don't want to be in Alabama anymore. Let me live my life. Why would you tell men that it's all of a sudden, I'm gonna kill you, ain't nobody, you ain't going nowhere? Jesus. Did she look whiny to you? Now, I will say this, Waffles mom, she did look whiny in the studio. But after she got home and she started talking to Dr. V, I completely understood. I didn't know that Tamar leaned on Vincent that much in the studio. That was an eye opener. And we're going to keep looking at it, though. We're going to keep looking at it because you know what? We are going to find out a lot about Tamar and who she really depended on in this documentary. Because, like I said, the Braxton family values, we only saw what they allowed us to see and what they edited. Mona said, I want people to see it all. Because Tamar said out of her mouth, did she not say that they edited the stuff and they made us look bad? So Mona said, I'm going to do the opposite and I want to show everything. Granted, if Tamar doesn't want everything on the screen, okay, but you made a promise, did she not? She made a promise. She promised Mona, and then she made Mona promise her that we are going. So Mona is now her, manager, but then also, did the show. Hey, Charmaine. Yes. My sister's in the house. Waffles mom says, and I used to be a big fan of hers and never a Tay Martian. No, I don't like that name. I don't like Tay Martian. I don't like that. But I do. I think she's very talented. I do. And I pray for her healing sincerely. I know how it is to go through depression and you feel like nobody loves you and you're just like in a whirlwind of stuff. I completely understand all of that. So the thing for me is that when Tamar finally opens up about the deepest hurt in her life, and she, takes the bandage off that wound so that she can heal. And I was so glad to hear the doctor Thursday night tell her that you have to go there because that's where your healing lies. That's where your breakthrough lies. You have to go there. So I know she didn't want to put it on camera, understandable, but that's no reason for you not to work at it at all. So after Vincent said she's still working with that person and she's getting the help she needs, I'm happy. Um, And I was glad that Vincent said that because it put a lot of this other stuff to rest. Sadly, I have been there as well, but we must acknowledge that Tamar has lost lots of friends. She has lost lots of friends, and she said it on the show last night, and she knows why. Everybody knows why. Tamar is overbearing at times. She's a lot like one of my husbands, very overbearing. You can't get a word in edgewise. She has to be, always right. And I think the first step, when I heard her acknowledge that stuff, I was like, she's on the right track. I was at home in front of my TV like this. Yes. She's never done that before. She would always say, oh, when I say something, then it ain't right. Everybody jumping down my throat. Y'all mad because I tell the truth. No, Young Levanzan said it. It is because of your delivery. You can be telling the truth all day, but watch your delivery. And I agree with that. So she can't really do anything about her delivery until she starts to break this big, ginormous wall down that she's built up. You know what I'm saying? Like we've all been there. I'm middle aged, so I've been there. You know what I'm saying? In a few years, I'll be collecting a social security check. So I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't care if people know my business at this age. Like I could care less. But I'm also not a superstar. I'm not a celebrity. So I know that there are some things that celebrities should keep, private. That's why I admire Oprah so much. I don't know what's going on, in Oprah's private life. And as well, I shouldn't because I don't live with Oprah. And so I don't know. But the people like, okay, there's Oprah Winfrey. I just found out that, some celebrities were, married, and I didn't know. Idris Elba, he had a secret ceremony. He didn't want everybody in his business, and rightfully so. There are a lot when they keep their relationships private. It seems to go better. Denzel Washington, they never put their business out, and he has been married forever. You see what I'm saying? Like there are people out there. Waffle's mom says, yes, I agree. She depended on him a lot. That is why this family has been doing with her. That's why she's not able to handle things on her own. I think she's not able to handle things on her own because she doesn't handle things. I feel like, hey, Toy, I feel like she just doesn't handle things. Sorry, at Waffle's mom, Charmaine says, for life, I have never told anyone, nor have I been told by anyone, if I can't have you, no one will. Girl, you don't want that. That's the dude that you don't want. That dude that won't let go. That dude that is like, you don't want him. That you do not want him. Okay. Waffles mom for life says, I wish her well, but I am not prepared to throw David under the bus. I already threw him. When I heard the voice clip, I threw him. I said, psh, why are people so loud? I know I live close to a highway. Oh my God. I'm in my studio and I look out the window and there's a guy on a motorcycle on the highway. My door is like facing the highway. Loud music. I thought he was in my driveway. I thought he was in my driveway. This room that I'm in, you guys, I'm gonna show it to you one day. This used to be my garage, and it's built in for my studio. I do too, Waffles Mom. Love Oprah. Nicole says, unfortunately, I had a dude in my life like that, and I had to fight to live. Yup, me too. Yup. He beat my butt and left me. I guess he thought I was gonna die or bleed to death, but I bet he mad. He's sitting at home mad. You big mad now, ain't you? I'm joking. I'm not really like that, but I will ride the petty train. I will wear a petticoat every now and then. So that's why I always ask for prayer and I stay prayed up, because sometimes, I just, for 5 minutes a month, I might live in Pettyville. So anyway, we've been on for an hour and 10 minutes, you guys. And I just want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Now, before I go, I know I'm over time, but before I go, um, this Tim Norman situation, it keeps me popping all day, every day. It does. I get so many messages on those videos, but I want to say something. You guys make sure that you keep an eye on my community tab, because I put receipts in there too. I use my community tab for stories that I may not be able to do in video or live, because so much stuff is sent to me, and I'm so glad you guys care enough. Like when y'all see something in the news, or you see someone on the internet, they'll send me something or a picture or whatever, and I just love it. Like, that's why y'all are my village. Y'all got my back. So I have to do my best. But I posted something on the Tim Norman case, and I did a couple of videos. There is some missing information. So we can't find Tim. He's not on any public record. Literally. I checked Mississippi first, went on down to St. Louis, Missouri, Memphis, Tennessee, and he's not on any of the files. And his arraignment had been pushed back. I I I don't know where Tim Norman is. One day he was, his paperwork was in the documentation in Mississippi, and the next day it wasn't, because I knew that his arraignment was supposed to come up last Thursday, I think it was, or Tuesday, because Monday was a holiday. Yeah, James Timothy. No, I don't think that at all, Waffles Mom. The thing is, it's not. I guess I sound the way I sound because I can't stand when men, strong arm a woman. Um, I just, I don't know. It's just something about that man that, like, it's not like I don't like him, but it kind of scares me a little bit, because I see things in him that I saw in my ex, and that could be life threatening. It could be life altering. When everybody outside looks at you like, you know what I'm saying, like the pastor that shot his wife. Everybody had great things to say, and they had no idea that he was whooping his wife. Soon as he got out of the pulpit, soon as he got through shaking hands and hugging on his wife in public. Remember that movie Tyler Perry did? What is it? When the wife got thrown out of the house or whatever, they had went and made, public airs. They went to Diary of a Mad Black Woman, and they had went to his little event, and he was all hugging and lovey-dovey, and you would have thought this man really loved his wife. And when they got home, honey, she had to go, kicking and screaming. Yeah, he's another one. When I first saw Welcome to Sweetie Pies, right, y'all? Did you not go, oh my God, Tim? He is turning his life around. I am proud of him. Miss Robbie raised a good son. Child. Child. Anyway, bloop. I can't call it. It's terrible, y'all. Tim, I never would have thought that you would have stooped this low. You have really broken my heart. That doggone Tim, I was rooting for him. He was going around doing, public speaking and all this stuff and whatever. Scared straight, talking to the people, about what it was like to be locked up for 10 years. Did y'all see him at the reunion? At the reunion, uh, he was sitting there by, with the rest of the family, and they were talking about Andre and, how he was turning his life around and how Miss Robbie, urged him every day to get that diploma, that high school diploma. He was so proud when he walked across that stage. I was like, look at Andre. Now, me and my mom are stupid. We get wrapped up in it. So we at home talking about, yeah, he graduated. Waffles, mom, you would have been so tickled because, it's a reality show. And the reality was, as soon as that boy graduated, Tim said, well, here we go. Let's go ahead and put this insurance policy together, you know, just plotting. I'm so. Waffles mom said, I hope he did not escape as much blank as I have been talking about him online. He may come looking for me. You ain't the only one. They're going to have to do us like they did 45 and put us in the bunker. Don't come looking for me, Tim Norman. I don't know where Tim is. As long as he don't show up at my house, I'm straight. Don't come over here. Please, sir. Not. Mm-mm. I don't know where he is though. I kind of sort of feel like Tim may have been undergoing a lot, and because he has a little bit of superstardom ish, Miss Robbie may have felt sorry for him, and they may just have taken his name off the docket, and could have been also because all of that stuff is public record, right? And so I'm pretty sure Mississippi was probably getting a whole lot of traffic, national traffic that they've never gotten before. So it may be law enforcement's in their best um, interest to kind of keep him off, record. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, because this is a national story. And y'all know if Tim goes back to St. Louis and people know he's in jail, awaiting arraignment in St. Louis, they might kill him before he even gets to go to court. Love Sweetie Pies, though. Always thought Tim was a bit of a dork. Right. And you know what? Everybody talks about Tim's hips, and I never noticed it until everybody else started saying with his big hip self, his wide hip self. And I was like, does he really have big hips? So now y'all got me looking at his hips. I Tim used to work out a lot though. He had them prison muscles. Tim used to work out a whole lot at the beginning of Sweetie Pies, but here lately, he kind of hadn't been going to the gym. His hips aren't the only thing that got a little big. Tim, you what you doing, sir? I bet he'll get time to work out in jail. He do some push-ups, some sit-ups. He can work that. He can get that weight back down. It is such a shame that he did that to his nephew. I don't know. I hate to think the worst about people, but wow, $1 million policy was confirmed on your own mother without her knowledge. You could have at least said, Mom, I took some insurance out, so we'll have enough. You know what I'm saying? When that time comes or whatever. But you don't do that and they have no idea. It's such a shame that he did that to his nephew. It's a real shame. I hate that. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. This is pretty good. I may have to go an hour and a half from now on because when the hour is up, I'm never done talking to y'all. We have so much to talk about. So next weekend, I might go ahead and do an hour and a half anyway because I'm 20 minutes over. I have to do an unboxing because I got some gifts, you guys, and I'm going to film that, or I may just do it live on my other channel. I don't know, but I got some PR from a company called, what is this? Nouvelle Double X Raw. And I know these are lashes because they told me what was coming. And then I got this big giant box of PR from Ella Bear Beauty. So I'm going to go to my makeup channel and go ahead and film my unboxing to show everybody what I got. If you go to my channels column, which is right by my community tab, and you'll see all of the channels that I have here on YouTube, and you can check me out over there. See if you like it, if y'all like makeup, or whatever. Just hit me up over there. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. When you hit that subscribe button, make sure to put on that notification bell so you don't miss an episode, because y'all know I come hard every day and I try to bring my receipts. Thank you guys so much for participating. I love talking with y'all. This was so much fun today. So I will see y'all on another live next weekend, but I will be talking and chatting with you guys throughout the week on the top national stories. Mwah! Take care, y'all. Have a great weekend.